Hey, Kevin Wright, Qwest Property Management. I want to thank you for stopping in and watching this video blog. Today I wanted to talk about some observations that we have with regard to self-managing landlords, and specifically 5 examples of ways that we see them losing money or perhaps leaving money on the table. Our first observation is that self-managing landlords often do not properly price their rental units. In Grand Rapids, rental rates have gone up dramatically over the last couple of years. If you are not making an effort to get your units up to market rents, you are not maximizing your property's potential and certainly leaving money on the table. In fact, oftentimes when new clients come to us, our monthly management fees are paid simply by us getting their units up to market rates. Second is not following a systematic procedure when it comes to collections. Best practices for a landlord is to be totally consistent every month, where your late fees are due one day, your 7-day notices for non-payment go out on one day, evictions get forwarded to the attorney or the courthouse on a certain day. And what this does is it removes any gray area from the process for both you and your tenants. And what it also does is it removes misunderstandings before they even happen with your residents. So the tenants who are behind, they know exactly what your procedure is. They know what is coming, what that outcome will be if they do fail to meet those obligations. It just puts them in a better position as well, because they have some certainty of what's going to happen. Third is failing to properly communicate your expectations to your residents from the very beginning of the relationship. So this even starts the first time you meet them at the property, when they're still a prospective tenant. And you need to convey to them that you're professional, that you run a tight ship, you have a higher standard than most landlords. What that'll do is filter out a lot of the trouble tenants right then and there. They're going to move on. They're going to realize that they're not going to get away with it with you, which is going to make your life a lot easier down the road. Secondly, and this one is huge, make sure that the property is in great condition when they move in. What you are doing is subconsciously expressing to them what your standard is for what a clean, properly cared for unit looks like. So don't blow that opportunity. By handing them a good property, it also makes it much easier at the end of the relationship after they move to hold them accountable to returning it to you in a good shape. Also, when signing a lease with people, take the time to sit down with them, explain all of their lease obligations and what happens if they fail. By doing this in advance, it'll make your job much easier when it is time to enforce those lease terms. You'll end up making more money because you'll feel more confident in being able to charge late fees, or when there are tenant-caused damages, you'll feel more confident to be able to charge them back to the tenant because you've had that conversation in advance of it happening. It'll just sets the tenant relationship off on the right foot from the very beginning. Fourth is not treating your residents like your customers. Remember, all money flows from your tenants. Happy tenants pay rent. Happy tenants will continue to stay enthused to maintain your property. If you cannot provide an adequate, appropriate response for a maintenance concern or any other concern they may have, just know that that is likely going to cost you money long term. Chances are, even a good tenant, you're going to spoil that relationship if you don't provide them good customer service. Fifth is not properly maintaining your property. So 2 things always happen when a property is in poor condition. First, a less than favorable conditioned property is only going to attract a less than favorable tenant. There's a direct correlation between the quality of the property and the quality of the tenant that you're going to attract, and additionally a correlation between the quality of the tenant and the property's profitability. Put yourself in the best position to attract a great tenant. Secondly, your cash flow is going to struggle. You're going to be nickeled and dimed each month with maintenance and repair costs. Tenants are, once they move in, they're going to realize that, there's deferred maintenance, and it's just this ongoing thing where repairs need to be made all the time to the property to keep the tenants happy. And you'll find that it's just very expensive and it's hard to make money. I'm a big believer in, when you purchase your property, to go through it, do it right, get it up to a really great condition, and again, put yourself in that position to attract the best quality tenant that you possibly can. This is an unquantifiable expense or savings, but experience tells us over time you're going to save yourself a lot of money. You know, buying a property and becoming a landlord is actually a pretty easy thing to do. Becoming a great landlord, becoming good at managing a tenant relationship, or maximizing a property's potential, these are difficult things to do. These are things that are really come through from experience, and unfortunately a lot of those lessons are very expensive. So if you are a landlord out there that is feeling a little overwhelmed, please feel free to give us a call, and we'd love to talk to you about our services and see if we can help you out. Thanks a lot.